Hey guys, it's Brenda. I'm here with my second guest for episode 3. I want to say at the beginning that this is not edited. This podcast is just real. I don't want to take anything out. Um, so I'm here with my second guest today, which is another friend of mine that I've known for about 10 years. Our kids swam together in the county's aquability program, and that's where we met. And this is my friend Diana. So turn it over to her.
Hi, everybody. I have a son that was diagnosed with autism when he was 3 years old. He's 21 right now. And when I first got the diagnosis, he was pretty severe. And they told me don't expect much from him. And I just had a gut feeling that not to trust what doctors will say word by word, and I just try my best to work around him and get the best out of him. And so right now, he has broken um, so many steps that he has climbed up that ladder that we thought he would never get up there. But the most thing that have helped him is the sports because it give him a sense of accomplishing things, feeling good about himself, and he was pretty um, not. He was not interested in any sports and very uncoordinated, no hand-eye coordination at all. And with a lot of hard work and just getting things like what he really likes, like he loves like Care Bears. Um, I will take him to the park and say, okay, you want a Care Bear? I'm going to throw it to you. You got to catch it. He could not catch anything, but he was not going to let go of that Care Bear. So that's how I start working with him, just paying attention of the things that he was obsessed and he loved and using it to help him succeed in many, many things.
That's amazing. That's just awesome that you took that one thing that you knew he wouldn't let hit the ground and just took
Yes,
it and ran with it. Um, so are so you're athletic yourself, right? And that was
yes,
what like really made you want him to share that love with you.
absolutely. I have been an athlete all my life, and I could not believe that anything that came out of me was not athletic. Like, how can it not be? And so I started with that. He could not even catch a ball, nothing. And right now he competes in a bowling league with regular kids and in many of sports of Special Olympics, pickleball, tennis, stand-up paddleboard, swimming, cycling. I just expose him to all the sports that they're out there and let him pick which one he liked. And I didn't try to force him on things that I was good at, like horses. He didn't like horses, so I just like move on. I we tried horses. He didn't care for it, so we moved on and let him pick and choose what he liked and just keep working hard on it and just the exercise and he could see himself improving and that makes him feel good about himself.
Yeah.
So that helps a lot.
Yeah, and what would you say like his favorite sports are?
He likes tennis, but he's obsessed with bowling. Bowling is his sport. Yeah, he could
So
do bowling all day long.
so I've gotten the joy of witnessing him bowl and just talk about like what a game looks like for him.
He's very intense. He doesn't care about competing if somebody has a higher score than him, as long as he has a high score that he knows he did good. He competes against himself,
That's
and he wants a high score. He wants those spares and strikes.
yeah,
He gets mad if he missed by even if it's by a hair. He gets really mad. He's very serious about it. Now, in tennis, he plays just for fun, and if he misses, he doesn't care. But bowling is an obsession. You gotta get those pins. It's something with the pins,
yeah,
and the pins have numbers, and he knows what numbers they are, and he knows how to add up the score, and it's an obsession with bowling.
yeah. So one thing I thought was really cool whenever I watched him bowl was every time that he hit the pins, he'd run over and write down his score. And you could definitely see the disappointment when he didn't do as good as he hoped. But to see him celebrate himself, it's just beautiful. And all of that just came from a vision for you, going against what the doctors say. I know most of us are told, especially when our kids are more on the severe end, it's kind of like a really depressing diagnosis.
Yes,
It's really like we don't know what they're going to do, but it might be nothing. It might be very little. And to see a success story like him, where it just starts with a belief and a feeling in your gut, I think most of us know our kids are in there. Um, they're in there, and we just have to find the ways to pull out
full
from
out.
them.
Yes,
Yeah, like it's different and it's different for every kid. What worked for my, for Ruby didn't wouldn't necessarily work for him, but um it it's getting to the root of how we get those things out of them and knowing that they can live to their best ability of fulfilling life, and setting the bar. Like I tell people all the time, there are certain moms that I really, really look up to, and you're one of them because you set the bar high for him, slowly
yes,
and in within reason of what he could do. But you set the bar high, and he met it. Um,
yes, yes.
and that's just
I
beautiful.
Well, and everybody, when you first get their diagnosed, the whole world crumbles
Right.
on you. Everything you feel like everything is falling apart, and I just took it one day at a time. Of course, it wasn't easy, but because I have always been into sport, I introduced him to sport. Even he fought me at first. I mean, there could be. I also introduced him to music because it's not all kids are made for sports that they're gonna help them. That it could be music, it could be other things.
Right.
So I also tried music, and it helped him a little bit, and then he was like, nah, and then it was like a switch on and off. Boom, it's on about sports,
Mm-hmm.
and he wanted to do more sports and more and more.
I think there is a very significant correlation between the amount of exercise that our kids get and the better they're able to recenter themselves, focus themselves. I think it definitely helps. But to go back to what you were saying about when you get that diagnosis, I refer to it as like, it's a mirror of what you expected as a parent. Nobody expects to get that news. And in a way, when they tell you that, it's kind of like you shatter that mirror because now your whole life is different. Your whole parenting style is different. And you kind of pick up certain pieces of the glass and make a new mirror. And then,
Yeah,
every time, for some of us, the diagnoses keep adding on as time goes on. And, you have to shatter the mirror again and pick up whatever pieces you can. Um, because it's hard. It's hard to be dealt that news, and you don't, and like the doctors, they don't give you any. It's not hope that you're getting
No.
when you're sitting there. um it's, I think for some people that don't realize that there is hope, it's the demise of that situation, because if you don't find the hope in yourself, you don't, where would it come from? You have to know that they can, you have to know that they're in there, you have to know that, and you have to be focused to get it out. um
Yes, you
yeah.
gotta follow your gut feeling because doctors, they're not always right. They don't live day every day with your children, or you just go visit them once every so often and you tell them about it, but they're not the one day after day with them.
Right.
So I just didn't pay much attention to what doctor said, um, what he could do or not could do, and I just said, okay, this is what we're gonna do,
Right.
and we're gonna try it, and we're gonna be, on it
Right.
until I get what I want.
Right.
And it was a struggle. It wasn't easy, but I made it. And we run into uh, school teachers from when he was in kindergarten, first grade, second grade, and they could not believe what he has become because they never thought he would be able as severe as he was.
Right. And like, let's talk about some of his like accomplishments, because that can't go unsaid too. So what are some of the things that he's won?
You mean in the sports or
Yes.
on
Yeah.
daily on life skills?
Yeah, like we could talk about both. I think that
Well,
both are important.
in sports, actually last week we went to the state finals of Florida bowling state finals, and he got second place. He has got first place in the last 3 years of the state finals bowling. He has gone to state finals in cycling, in tennis, um, in pickleball, um, stand-up paddleboard, pretty much in everything that he has competed, he's been able to go all the way to the state finals.
Wow. He's got probably
Yeah,
quite the collection of medals.
a lot of medals and
Yeah.
trophies. Yes,
And
yeah.
does he like display them and look at them with pride?
Oh yes. As soon
Uh
as he gets home, he hangs them on his
uh
bed. Yes,
and
yeah.
then what about life skills? Because I do want to talk about some of those just because I know what they are. But what are some of the things that he can do that they didn't think he would be able to?
So he, for example, I go to work very early in the morning. He sets up himself an alarm on his phone, and he gets up, he gets ready. I don't have to leave the clothes that he's gonna wear. He picks his own clothes. He gets ready. He's used to the routine. He brush your teeth, brush your hair, deodorant, everything. We started with a checklist, and then when he mastered that, I took the checklist away, and he knows what he has to do. He has an alarm clock on his phone for when he has to be outside the house and wait for the bus that comes picks him up to take him to school, all on his own.
Wow. And what?
He's ready. He can mow the front yard on a riding mower. He can do his own laundry, fold it and put it away. He knows how to use the washing machine, the dryer. Um, he has learned the skill of driving, but
Wow.
he's not capable of driving because he's got road rage. so, so, but the skills, I wanted to teach him the skills, and we started in a golf cart, and then I let him drive my car inside a horse farm, really big horse farm with
Right.
different streets. So he knows the skills, but I don't think I'm gonna let him drive. No.
Right. Yeah, that would be a hard one to master, but the fact that he has enough coordination um to do the driving, at all is
Yes.
impressive. What about like food wise? Like what can he do there?
Oh, he used to be a very picky eater, and now he eats anything. He loves vegetables. Uh, we eat very healthy, keeps a well balanced diet. Um,
And
and he knows the foods that are healthy and that are not healthy.
that's
Um,
impressive. What about like shopping for himself?
Also, I can send him with a list at the grocery store. He knows where everything is. He'll get them. He knows how to check them out and use the credit card.
Wow.
Uh, yes. When COVID hit, I got COVID. He didn't, and I sent him with a list to the grocery store, and I waited for him in the car.
Wow.
And he went and got everything. He knows where everything. He puts away the groceries, everything. Yes.
So obviously there was a lot of work that went into all of that though, right? Like the skills sometimes took a while to learn.
Oh my God! Even when we would just go to the grocery store, at first he needed to wear headphones, and he could not stand the noises or the crowd or anything. I just kept taking him or making a line. He could not do a line. He wanted to cut through lines. It was just keep exposing him to people. And like we will go a lot of activities, keep exposing to be around people. And now sometimes I'd rather stay home, but he's a social butterfly. He just like, what are we doing? Where are we going? He just wants to be out there socializing, you know.
Right. So there's a huge importance in desensitizing um,
Yes,
and getting them out there and keeping the routines and continuing to work on the skills that sometimes it takes them a long time to get, but they can get. I know I can talk about, so for Ruby, we're working now on she'll rinse her own plate off and wash her plate. Sometimes she'll grab the sponge on her own. She you know she can help get herself dressed. If I say get your shorts, she can get, so she's not quite where he is yet, but um she's getting there, but it takes work. But it's important. I think it's no secret that one day we'll all be gone and our kids may be left without us, and
yes,
to have those skills um, is so huge because he's so self sufficient. In so many ways, he's so self sufficient.
yes.
Um,
The only thing I have not tried is to teach him how to cook, because I don't want him to have an accident, get burned, get a bad experience. He can make himself a sandwich or, simple things,
right,
but I just don't think it's safe because he could be cooking something and then his attention might leave and go somewhere else
right.
and or either get burned or burn the house down or something like that
Yeah,
because he saw something on TV or a video, and his ADD will kick in and forget what he was doing. So
right.
it's not safe.
But even to be able to make a sandwich, I mean, that's
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
huge. To be able to in a situation where someone couldn't help him right away, he could at least get himself fed with that. That's huge. I definitely want to commend you for the work that you've done. I've gotten the honor to watch him grow up for the last 10 years and, you know, starting from swimming and just going through the years of life. And he's come a very long way, even from when I met him 10 years ago. And you're a great mom.
thank you very much.
You
Um, and even in the communication, even though you cannot carry much of a conversation with him, but he'll let you know his needs, and he loves texting. He'll text me when he leaves school. He texts me what he has for lunch. He loves the texting.
I love that.
So that helps increase the communication between us.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that's such a simple thing that just from him having a phone and having service, um, because it's a barrier for a lot of these kids that communicating. And I've met a lot of other kids that were the same way. Like speaking the words are hard, but if they have another option,
Yeah,
like texting it out, it helps. It helps break that
yeah,
barrier, and that's awesome. You know, that's really awesome because his communication is very limited, and but he can answer questions, and you know, he does express his needs and wants, but to get a deeper understanding of something that he's going through or something that he wants or something that he's done for
yeah,
the day, that's beautiful. um and I think it all really did probably start, his transformation probably started with the sports, to find something to
yeah,
keep him active. um it's amazing, and I hope that um somebody that's maybe new on this journey, I was telling you earlier, you know, I wish I had met you when she was 2, because those couple years between when she was 2 and when we met, um I just, because of what they said, I didn't believe it, but I didn't pursue it as hard as I would have. So I really hope that people hearing your story and his story can take something from it and keep a belief in their kids. And um
yes. Keep trying different things until you find the one that clicks for that specific kid.
yeah, yeah, and
It could be sports. It could be music. I don't know. Anything. Animals.
art.
Um, something is out there that will click.
Yeah,
Take advantage of that and use it. Just use it to get the most of them.
yeah, yeah, and it, I think it's, you know, I think it's important too to make sure that, you know, the expectations that you have for them are reasonable, you know, like obviously if you had expected him to, you know, just go out and in a couple times of trying to be good at tennis or bowling, that's not reasonable. Coming in with the expectation that this is going to take time, I think is really important. And that way you don't miss something, you know, you don't give up before they hit a breakthrough. Um, but actually having expectations for them beyond what any doctors are saying is so vital for our kids.
Yes,
Because we are the ones that are going to get them to their highest level of life and highest level of happiness, and highest level of achievement. It's us. Um, you are just like me in the fact that, you know, we fought many battles along the way, and nothing in this life comes easy. This is not for the
exactly.
faint of heart. Um, but we are their biggest advocate, and we are their biggest chance um, at beating the odds. That's, if I could say
Yeah,
one thing about him, it's he beat the odds by a long shot, and
I agree.
yeah, like by a million miles. But it started with you, um, and I'm thankful that he has you and that you pushed um, and fought for him and kept going with what you believed in your heart was true for him. Do you have any other like advice for anybody out there listening?
Um, no, that I can think right now. It's just, I mean, like sports for him work, and also for his ADHD. It kind of like ground him. It calms him down. So that helps the day goes by easier and sleeps through the whole night because of those endorphins release and all that helps him
Right.
feel grounded. But like I said, not all the kids like sports. Like it could be animals, it could be the music. You just gotta find that one thing that they're into it and use it on your favor.
Yeah. Yeah. I want to thank all the listeners that are listening. I really hope that this makes an impact, for even to just at least somebody, one person. If you have any topics that you like covered in the podcast, feel free to leave them in the comments. Um, and until next time.
Yes. All right. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, no problem.
All right.
All right,
Take care.
bye.
Bye.